I started boxing when I was 28 years old. I was living in Springfield, Massachusetts, and I was at the ATM late one night and I got jumped. Ended up getting really badly hurt and told my friend what happened, and she said, you should box and learn how to defend yourself. So I went down to the South End Community Center in Springfield, Mass, and fell in love with the sport the first day I was there and never looked back. When I started boxing, I played with a few different names to come up with, and my aunt suggested to me that I call myself the Scholar. One, because I'm a school teacher in New York, and two, because the Greek word for a female teacher is daskala. I think being a teacher, I just learned I need to balance everything and make sure that I can get my schoolwork done, because that's what pays my bills, that's my career, that's what I went to college for. Boxing started off as a hobby for me and just happened to take off, and now it's something I do on the side, but my passion is teaching. My kids come first and boxing comes second, because I would never want a reputation that I was putting my career on the back burner for something that was a hobby. I'm going to be off for the summer, as far as teaching, but I'll still be training, and eventually in the next 4 months I'm going to end up defending my IBO world title again. So maybe late August, early September. I'd like to do it when I'm off of work. And then hopefully mid-August, maybe possibly fight another 10-rounder. Unless another offer comes to me. But right now, I hustle and get my own fights, because it's just not a big division for women's heavyweight. If I was a man and as a heavyweight world champion, I'd probably be more well known in New York, but they don't just give the women the same kind of gratitude they give the men, unfortunately. So, but that's not why I do it. I do it for the love of the sport and from what I get out of it, not for the kudos that go with it. So, in the beginning it was horrible. They didn't even house us. They didn't feed us. They didn't give us the things they gave the guys when we would make it to the finals and win national titles, just like the guys. And it was a long road, and now I fought for those 8 years on the USA team to have women be treated equally. And my last year, they housed us, they fed us, they gave us uniforms. They didn't give us sneakers, but they gave the guys sneakers. So now that it's an Olympic sport and there's 3 weight classes, the women are treated a little better, but it'll never be at the level that it is for men, because it's a man-dominated sport. If you're in it for the fairness, it's not going to work. You have to be in it for the heart and what you get out of it. Because in boxing, it's about the journey. It's not about that one fight that you take. Gleasons has changed tremendously. I mean, in the last 10 years, it's been an increase in the women. And when Bruce has been the owner of Gleasons for about 35 years. And when he first started, there wasn't a lot of women, And in 1990, I think 6 was the first year that women were allowed to fight in the New York City Golden Gloves, which is renowned around the world as the biggest amateur tournament in the world. From that point on, it's been tremendous. It's been a growth in the sport. I think it's done a lot for women, for different reasons, and confidence and getting them in shape, and it's given women a lot of opportunities they wouldn't have had, So I think it's growing, but it's not comparable to the men yet. Well, here the women run the gym. We're the ones with the belts. Me, Heather Hardy, Fire, Alicia Ashley. We're the ones running the show. Melissa St. Ville, Ronica Jeffrey. The women have the belts in this gym, not the men. So here we're running the show. Yeah. No, that's good for me. Yeah. Thank you. Brooklyn Fights.